My views on this wonderful book. I could say this is a marvelous work, one of the greatest work in his life. So now, actually, speaking about the author, actually Ramayana has been written by Valmiki, has been written by Kambar. In Hindi, it has been written by Tulasidas. In so many other languages, it has been written by many other people. So let us consider about Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. He was the last Governor General of India, as Anna had stated, and Anna had stated that he was the first CM of the Tamil Nadu. He was the first Governor General of Madras. He was a very knowledgeable scholar. After his political career, he had given more importance to his literary career. He wanted to write for the people. So actually, basically, this book, Ramayana by Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, was a book that was published in 1957, I guess. It consists of 76 chapters. Once we read the 76th chapter, he says, see, this book, no, it is not for scholarly debates. This book is not for scholarly people. It is mainly for the children. It is also for housewives, for the people at home. We could say Ramayana is the core of Indian culture. So it is not based upon any religion. We should say that Ramayana has the things, has the values that are required for a person's life. You could say they are the guidelines for humanity, in-depth study of human behavior. The book written by Ramayana himself is better than the book written by himself on Mahabharata. He says in his end, that is chapter number 75, he says, the Ramayana gives us democratic space to question existing norms and interpret social relationships. It is a precious heritage of love and tolerance. It is very true to its words. Ramayana is actually everything. Rama is the avatar of Vishnu. He never explicitly shows that he is the avatar of Vishnu. He behaves like a common man. He behaves like a person. He shows us the way how to treat. When you must be knowing, Kaikeyi asks Dasharatha the two boons. One is to make Bharata the king of Ayodhya, and another is to send Rama for 14 years in forest exile. He also compares Sita with goddess Lakshmi when she comes out from the churning of the Milky Way ocean. Everybody knows the main villain of Ramayana is Mantara, or in Tamil she is known as Puni. So when she sees that Rama is going to become the king, she comes to Kaikeyi running and she says, it is the blood of misfortune to you. Your star is setting. She corrupts Kaikeyi's mind like anything. But at that time also, Kaikeyi had that noble behavior at first. Mantara somehow persuades Kaikeyi and somehow makes her understand wrong things, and she brings destruction to the house. Rajaji has started the story. He has started from before Rama's birth. He has explained, first he explained about Dasharatha, he explained about Ayodhya, then he explained about Vishwamitra, who plays a major role in Ramayana. Then he starts Ramayana, but he ends with Rama killing Ravana. After that, Rama continues to be a normal, generous, perfect king. He is no longer Vishnu's incarnate. That is why, no, and when many people start questioning about the Agni Pariksha given by Rama to Sita, that is not in the. After that, Rama becomes a normal human being. He becomes a perfect king, a perfect son, and other things. And all humans make mistakes. All humans are misled. And the main misleading is only the main thing in Ramayana, because only when Kaikeyi was misled by Mantara, the entire story is there. If she was not misled that day, we don't have Ramayana today. Itihasa means it so happened. So where Ramayana is taken as a session, Valmiki Ramayana is taken as the main book because it was written by Valmiki. That time itself, it was written when Ramayana was happening. So that is taken as a main book. Kamba Ramayana is actually, we could say, Bhakti in Velipadu. So that is what is said for Kamba Ramayana. He removed some things. For example, if Valmiki says, no, Ramayana, in Ramayana, Ravana comes and pulls Sita by her hair and takes her on the Pushpaka Vimana and goes. But Kambar is not that brave to convey this message, because he started to cry when he got to know that his mother, Sita, she was disrespected by a person. So what he says, Ravana took the entire hut along with the ground and he flew to Lanka. Vali's wife, Tara, according to the real Ramayana, the Valmiki Ramayana, she actually, after Vali's death, she had started to enjoy and started to live a good life with Vali, Sugriva, that is younger brother of Vali. But see, that won't create a good impact in today's situation. So because even Rajaji makes this statement very clear, it is difficult for people at one time to judge the customs and the culture of another time. So yeah, Rajaji completes this work by saying that good work is the secret that keeps life going. While one should not hanker after result, life without work would be unendurable. And Ramayana and Mahabharata are one of his best works. He has written in both English as well as in Tamil. And in English, he has combined both of them, and abridged translation has been given. And of course, he has stopped with the Yuddha Kanda. Uttara Kanda has not been given by him. He himself states the reason why, because see, Uttara Ramayana is something that is going to have something pathetic, like Rama sending Sita to the forest and something, and that would create a wrong image in our minds. Actually, why is Ramayana given to us? So that we understand how Rama had lived, and we have to tread in his path. We have to live our life properly. Once we start reading Uttara Ramayana, our entire interest, our entire the entire interest and our entire concentration would go only onto the Uttara Ramayana, and we would start ignoring the entire first 6 parts, and that would be a waste. The main motto, the main aim is to give the children of the nation our culture, our behavior, how we have to behave, how we have to lead a life. That is present only in the first 6 kandas, and the 7th chapter, that is the Uttara Kanda, has been omitted. It has come as a fable. The women folk in the house, they have to told it to their children, their children have told it to their children, and that way the Uttara Ramayana has come, or the Uttara Kanda has come. And in Valmiki Ramayana, that is not there. So that is how he ends his Ramayana, in this way. That is the 74th chapter. The slaying of Ravana is the last chapter. After that, the end and the epilogue, he ends the book. Of course, he has explained each and every situation with lot of intricacies, and it is a very, very good book. For example, he also says about the woman empowerment. Actually, Hanuman, when his tail was set to fire, he sets the entire Lanka on fire. After that, he realizes that, oh no, even Sita lives in Lanka. If I set fire to Lanka, even Sita would be charred to ashes. And he committed a grave mistake. But so okay, he went to check that place. When he found out that place, other than that place, every place was turned to ash. That place was still very, very natural, and nothing had happened to that place. Not only Sita, the trees, the animals that were present in that Ashoka Vanam were also not even disturbed at all. So that is why Rajaji makes a statement which is very, very strong and very, very powerful. Due to fire. So one fire is the fire that was kept to Hanuman's tail. He lit the entire Lanka. Another fire refers to Sita. Over here, fire refers to the chastity of women. It refers to the power of women. Women are like fire. So this is a civilization, this is a culture, this is our dharma, which has always given importance to women, and they have never spoken wrong about women. It is very rightly said, only where women are worshipped, the gods stay. If women are not worshipped, God just leaves there, the wealth leaves there, and they would go to poverty, they would go to destruction. So Rajaji has actually covered every part of the life in this book of Ramayana, and of course, this is a good read. He also gives the motivation to our soldiers. So Valmiki has said this, and Rajaji has just translated it into English. He says, when Vali was slain by Rama and he was lying in the battlefield, Rajaji says, a true warrior is never so beautiful as when he lies dying on the battlefield. So it says that Jai Jawan, the Jawan or the warrior or the soldier, is mainly beautiful when he is dying on the battlefield. He gets the Swarga or the heaven directly, irrespective of the good deeds or bad deeds he has done, because he has fought for his nation, he has fought for his kingdom, he has fought for his king. We could say that Rajaji has covered every part. He has not left anything. So along with Ramayana, he has given all the philosophical lessons. He has given us everything, especially to children, because when children read such books, they get the culture, they get that behavior, they start implementing it in their life. Once they start implementing it in their life, when everybody does it, in Sanskrit, Ramayana means the path followed by Rama. If a person follows the path followed by Rama, he always succeeds. He attains salvation. There is nothing else. If he attains salvation, there is nothing else. So a person who follows the path of Rama, at least you follow the path of Rama for 20 to 25%, you can live your life successfully. This is what the main aim of Rajaji's was to write this book, and I think that aim has been succeeded because over 1 million of copies has been sold, and everybody has been reading this Ramayana book, and they have been imbibing some or the other parts of Ramayana in their own life. So I could say that this book has been filled the pages with Rama's values. It has been filled with philosophy. It is filled with life, and I think that it is a greatest service to countrymen by Rajaji. It is worth reading. I feel only once read, we could not understand. You read it twice, thrice, even if you read 10th time, even if you read the 100th time, you would find something new, you would find something interesting, you would find something to imbibe in your own life, and that is why you will never feel bored of these books, especially Ramayana or Mahabharata, and Ramayana in specific, because this session is dealing with Ramayana, and as Rajaji said, Ramayana is going to deal with a single person, so that is why focusing on a single person is going to be easier for us than focusing on 3,000 or 4,000 people. So that is very important. So I feel this book has to be given a read by all at least twice or thrice, so that they understand and imbibe our Indian culture in their lives, so that everybody could lead a successful life. Epic Ramayana, and that too written by a great leader, a great nationalist, Rajaji, who always wanted the development of a nation. Thank you.